Hello fellow fandom searchers, welcome back to my channel. This time we are watching Attack on Titan episode 2. So, while the last episode was focused on introducing us to the setting and the mindset of people and most importantly, mindset of our main character, we ended on quite a waking up note, let's say, for the people, which is that the walls that protected them for so long were punched through. And yeah, the drama starts. Drama and action, and I'm here for that. So, last thing before we start, if you want to see this reaction and all reactions on Attack on Titan uncut and unedited, you can head down in the description where is going to be a link on Patreon. And the uncuts are available on the second year tier. And in case you are interested in being ahead and watching uncuts of episodes 3 and 4, they are going to be available on the third year tier. So check it out and let's go into it. Okay, it seems they aren't counting from the apocalypse. Okay, but where did they come from? Wait. So, this city is the only... This city is the only remaining part of humanity? God damn. I kinda expected there to be, like, more cities built. Not that all that's left from humanity is in this tiny... Well, tiny. Compared to the rest. It's funny how people always bring God into this. This is not me shitting on faith, by the way. Just on a religion as institution. Okay, this is actually terrifying. I've read somewhere that the Titans are constructed by drunk... Like, in the picture of drunk people. And yeah, I can definitely see that. You look guts. Yeah. This is the thing. Like, strength isn't everything, but... Strength without courage is basically nothing. Hmm. Isn't that kind of counterproductive? Honestly, I think this is even more scary than anything that is coming to them. Like the sheer desperation of the people to just get away from everything that's coming to them. I have a feeling that desperation is going to be a very prominent theme in this. Yeah. It's always about how much you are willing to sacrifice for the greater good. Like, at this point, you kinda understand why they would shut the gates, even though there are still people on the other side, because if they don't, then, as he said, there are going to be bigger problems, because the other wall is going to possibly be breached, and then there is much more people that would be put in danger because of a few people. It's kind of the same dilemma as the stupid riddle with the train and two ways it can go, and just killing one person or killing 5 people. Like, I say stupid, it's not stupid, of course, because neither of the choice is good, but it's about how much you are willing to sacrifice for the greater good. And you can even make it more interesting if you put, instead of that one person, you put there a person who is close to the person you are asking. And then it becomes really interesting. So, yeah, this is exactly the same dilemma as that problem, let's say. You aren't going to feel good about sacrificing people for the greater good. Of course not. If you don't lack empathy, you are going to feel bad, which is what Hannes is currently saying and feeling. Definitely. You have to decide if you are going to put other people in danger to save a few, or if you are going to go the road of the end justifies the means. It's all up to you. I have a feeling I know what the decision is going to be here. Okay, that's a different thing. We haven't seen that yet. Phew. Okay. We have a clever titan to worry about. Hmm. That's interesting. It looks more like construct than like a living being. Okay, to be fair, I'm kind of struggling to keep up with how the city is constructed.
とにかく 中央に連絡して指示を。
マリアが破られ、内地に巨人が侵入したとのことです。
Well, here you have your answer.
終わりだ。二度と帰れない。どうして最後までろくでもない口喧嘩しかできなかったんだ。もう母さんはいない。
Yeah. It's always the regret that settles in.
どうしてお前に力がなかったからだ。ないのか。
Well, I mean, you are against Titans. But yeah, this is the thing. He can choose to change.
ウォールローゼまで後退させることを決定した。
Ah, okay.
巨人に食われたものはおよそ1万にも及んだ。
Okay, 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 okay. I think I understand it more. Eh.
夢だよ。
This is going to be interesting if Eren has seer dreams.
食料の配給があるって。
こっちは夕べから何も食ってねえんだ。
私たちはまだ。
That's not so bad. You can go 2 months without food.
アルミ。ほら、間に合ったよ。おじいちゃんが子供の分だからってもらっといてくれたんだ。ありがとう。
どうせ巨人が壁を越えたんなら、もっと食って減らしてくれりゃよかったんだ。
It's another unfortunate characteristics of people.
で済むのも俺たちのおかげなんだぞ。
Are you sure you want to say that in a group filled with people you are offending? 'Come on, don't waste food.
無茶をすれば死ぬ。僕の父さん母さんみたいに。だからあいつらにペコペコするのか。恥ずかしくないのかよ。今はしょうがないよ。しょうがないなんて言い訳だ。だったらいつまでもそうやって家畜みたいに生きろ。弱虫。
Good one, Mikasa. Again, this is the thing. You understand both sides in this.
食料確保のため荒地の開拓に回された。しかし食糧難は避けられず、翌年の846年、中央政府はウォールマリア奪還を名目に大量の避難民を作戦に投入した。
Jeez. Yeah, I have a feeling he will need that. Someone to kick his ass from time to time.
ただいまより第104期訓練兵団の入団式を行う。私が運悪く貴様らを監督することになったキース・シャーディスだ。または巨人を駆逐する栄光ある人類の兵士か。貴様らが決めろ。ああ、俺はなる。
How much did his voice change in a year? Like, okay, kids grow up fast, but not this fast. Well, again, it's one of the more unfortunate characteristics of people. Like, we are able to gather together and help out in times of need, but it always has its borders. And this is exactly the thing, that you are able to help out and part with certain amount of stuff, food, resources, even like human resources and all that stuff. But once it's about someone reaching to the part that you aren't ready to give up, then it becomes a problem. Again, you can see both sides in this, because if you are going to starve because of someone else, it's difficult to feel empathy for them if you are not an actual empath. If you are a normal person like we are usually, it's really difficult to be like, hey, okay, you've been through some tough stuff, I may be going a bit more hungry, but hey, take this. Not many people will do that, and yeah, it's, again, it's the refugee crisis that's going on in Europe. It is what it is. Like, humans are capable of being helpful to someone else who they feel for, who is in danger, who is unwell, and all that stuff. We see that right now with the war that's going on. But everything has its limits, and every person has the limits somewhere else. But like, almost no one is going to want to starve and instead give the food to someone else, no matter how hard their life had been recently, or even not recently. With Eren, you can almost feel the seeping frustration he has. He had it in the first episode too, but in this episode it just got really brought up because he was finally able to take in that his mother is dead and that he has to escape from the place he had known since he was born, and that was thought to be safe, but it's not. And on top of that, the living space is shrinking, which is never a good thing. Because we as people are used to some living space, and once someone starts to get into it, even though they don't really want to but are forced to, people are getting defensive. And again, it's normal, because you are protecting yourself and the ones that are closest to you. That's again back on the first part of the discussion. Anyway, Eren. You can feel the seeping frustration from him and just the urge and need to do something different. And in this case, yeah, he has a choice. It's always about, like, we all have choices. It's about whether we choose to take them and if we even choose to see them. And Eren in this case is seeing the choice of changing his fate and possibly the fate of those who will come next by doing something against the Titans. And it's an admirable mindset, to be fair. Like, he could choose to wail in self-pity and just be sitting there crying about his fate, but no, he decided to go ahead and do something about it, which is an admirable thing. And he's not only doing it for himself, but even though there is kinda revenge in his mindset, like revenge for his home, for his mother, and over all the pain that the Titans caused him, it's not entirely born from the fact that the walls were breached, because we've seen him having this mindset even before that. So I kind of like that, because usually when the heroes are put in front of some choice, it's usually the revenge that fuels them. And in Eren's case, I would say it's more about his need for changing something, not only about himself, but about the fate of humanity as well. Like, it's ambitious and slightly naive, of course, to think that he as one person is going to change the world. But hey, he's the main character, so that's just how it is. And you can kind of see that he could make it. The only thing I'm kind of distasteful about is the fact that, like, I understand what they are going for, and I kind of think I understand the metaphors for this, if there are any. Or at least I see some there for war and overall the crisis and preparedness, evolution versus stillness and all that stuff. But I'm kind of getting tired of those stories where the characters are put against a threat that's so much bigger than them and apparently, like, undefeatable. I mean, they are going to defeat some Titans. That's obvious. Without it, it would be boring. But this kind of thing where they present the characters and the story with seemingly undefeatable opponent, it's kind of like you can do this without having to resort to that. I don't know if I'm making sense. I'm trying to put my thoughts into words and it's not going well. When you do that, you kind of have to make your protagonists on the same level, because if you don't, then the story loses its stakes. Because you are going to say as a viewer or a reader, yeah, the characters can't defeat this thing, so why do they even bother fighting it? And in order to balance it a bit, you have to make your main characters overpowered. And that's never a good thing to get into if you don't know what you are doing. So I hope with everything I have that in this case, it's going to be balanced really well and that the author knows what they are doing. I have a feeling they do, but I don't want to be disappointed. So I will be hopeful and leave it at that. So that's probably everything I wanted to talk about in this case. Thank you for watching along with me today. if you like the reaction, consider subscribing to the channel. It would make me really happy. Check out Patreon, both second tier for uncuts and third tier for uncuts about a week ahead. And leave a like, leave a comment in case I missed something. And see you next time. Bye bye.